Okay, listen, right? So I just had the most, what I feel is like one of the best visualizations of life and your um, battle with staying connected with your higher creator through the temptations and distractions here on earth. Now, listen, right? Picture this, it's a deep, like a in cave, or like a cliff. It's a cliff on this side and it's a cliff on that side, and then down is the canyon or whatever, right? Now, across this canyon, there are strings. It's a type wire type shit, right? Now, each line starts off as a very thin type wire because that's when you finally climb your way out of this pit, which is, visualization of hell, whole bunch of sea of people down there trying to pull each other down, woo after bam, right? Please forget it. I promise you that's just hair dye. These are just, I don't know why I wore this shirt when I got my hair dyed, but it never came out, and I never wanted to get this shirt, never get rid of this shirt. I really love the saying. Pray more, worry less. But anyways, listen. So you are you finally climb your way up, over these people, or get the fuck out of this pit of people, which is hell, and you climb up there, and you finally make it to the top of this cliff, and you're wandering around, and you find the edge of this cliff, which has this tightrope. Now, this is where you get your connection when you finally get connected with your higher creator, right? Some people never actually find that tightrope. They just find that land away from that pit of people, and they think that they found salvation, which is their, understanding of salvation. But yeah, anyways, let me digress. So you get on this tightrope, and it's like, okay, God, I hear you. Whoever you pray to, God, Allah, Buddha, whatever your higher creator's name is to you. You're like, okay, I believe. And you walking across this tightrope. Now, of course, when you first start that journey, it is going to be hard because you've just come out of that pit where you were subjected to years upon years of these subliminal messages and this down putting energy that these people around you had you endure all of these many years, whatever it may have been, however long it may have been, and so, yeah, of course, you're going to make it to a certain point, and you're either going to stop or you're going to fall off. Now, if you do not stop or fall off and you keep walking, there's going to be a point where you are going to get tested. And that's not going to be from your higher creator. It's going to be from the people below you, because they're going to see, oh shit, somebody made it out. Fuck that. I don't want them to succeed. You know what I mean? I want them back down here with me. Ain't nobody supposed to make it up out of here. And they start throwing stuff at you. Now, when you're on this tightrope, you're not going to be getting hit with anything harder than you can handle. That's what I visualize it as. God isn't going to give you more than you can handle. And this is also that saying when they like, oh, well, you can't. It is easier for a camel to pass through the needle of an eye than for a rich man to get into heaven, because more than likely a rich person is going to want to bring all of their belongings, and you're going to have all of this shit that you carry, so you're not going to be able to carry all of this and balance yourself on this tightrope. Get with me? So you're going to have to strip completely down. You're going to have to be barefoot. You're going to have to be more than likely naked emotionally. But these people down there are going to throw shit at you. Okay, now these are going to be the negative people that are actually mad at themselves because they never had the strength to actually make it up out of that pit, and definitely didn't have the strength to find that tightrope and make it across. Tightrope. Okay, I got it right. I don't know why, but something in my mind was saying no, it's type. But anyways, so they're going to be throwing balls. Okay, it's only going to be foam balls because, like I said, you're not going to get more than you can handle. So it's going to be these foam balls. But you have to keep your eye on your creator, okay? Now, at this point, at the beginning of your stage, you're not going to hear God, but you're always going to see messages. So there's always going to be some type of visualization that you're being protected, whether things just work out in some type of way, or you just receive certain things. Now, like I said, those things are going to be flying at you because those people are going to be throwing shit at you, and it is your job to stay focused. Now, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to stay completely focused because why? This is your first time on this tightrope, and this is your first time taking this journey. So, of course, you might slip, you might fall. Now, if you do slip and fall, depending on how far you fall down or how far you were when you fell. So let's say the edge of the cliff is right here where my first finger is, and you make it right here where my thumb is, and you fall. And when you fall, you just happen to hit a bit more of the cliff because it's kind of encaved like that. Instead of going all the way down to the bottom, you might just hurt yourself a little bit and slide about 20 feet down. Now you have to climb back up, but you're not all the way down there with the people that were throwing things at you, okay? So you climb your way back up. Now, this you learn a little bit, you learn a lesson every time you fuck up, or every time you fail. You don't fail, you learn, okay? So you get back up there, you climb back up there, and this time when you get up there, you know what the tightrope is, and it's a little thicker this time. Why? Because you're being rewarded for your strength and your persistence and your faith in your higher creator. You're like, no, it has to be something better than this and that, which is the pit and then the actual climbing, that gruesome process of digging your nails into the dirt and breaking your nails and breaking your back and sweating and all of this shit. It has to be something better. So that belief makes that tightrope just a little bit thicker, but it's only going to be thicker up to the part that you made it to, right? It's going to be up to that thumb part. Now you're going to make it up there and you're already going to know in your head, boom, they're going to be throwing things at me. But these are going to be soft things, okay? Okay, these people just coming with these negative comments. These people just coming with this, ignorant stuff to try to engage, try to get me to engage with them on that level. Ignore. So now you are strengthened on that part. Now you make it past that part, right? And now you're getting verbal communication from your higher creator, right? You're starting to get more in tune because your faith has gotten strengthened. Although the tightrope has gotten skinnier, it still feels like it's as thick as it was at that thumb point because your faith is what's making that feel that way, right? Now, this time the things are going to be a little bit harder that they throw at you, but it's not going to be like a wrecking ball or like freaking a football player throwing a damn football 20 miles an hour at your head or no shit like that. You feel me? Each section is going to what's getting thrown at you is going to be in alignment with where your strength is at, okay? So you make it to this point, and again, you get hit with something because it's not what you were prepared for previously, right? This time you slip down, but you're a little further out, right? So now you're no longer over that encaved part of the cliff. Now you're right over the people. So you're like, oh, and you hang on, okay? You grab that tightrope, and you're like, I need help. I need help. I don't want to fall back down. Lord, please help me. Somebody help me. Okay. This is where your real vulnerability comes in at. And this is where your help will come in at. You'll more than likely get that connection from someone else who is either made it past that point or again going past that point, and their tightrope is a little bit thicker in that point, so they can stop and lend or put out a board to go across and step over there and help you up on your rope. Why? Because now They have gone over their part probably about 6 times already to your one. So that tightrope that was like this is now like this, and they have, a little bit more wiggle room to turn and to pivot a little bit more. So they take that time, they take that space, take advantage of that space, and they reach out their hand to you, and somebody comes and help you, right? Pull you up. Now, that you're going to continue with your tightrope being on that same, not on that same strength, but it is going to get thicker, okay? Because this person has now, them coming to help you and extending that helping hand has now strengthened that belief, strengthened that faith in your higher creator, because you're like, damn, I could have just fell all the way back down to the bottom, possibly, died internally, which is the representation of depression, which is what I feel like hell is. Like, it's just a state of depression, the deepest state of depression. But yeah. So now your rope has gotten thicker, and you go back over, and I mean, that person goes back to wherever they were at to continue their journey, right? Because we all have to enter our own little space, our own way. So you keep going, and now the things are getting a little bit harder, but you can hear now, and you have to stay focused. You cannot look down, okay? That is the most important thing. If you look down, one, you may be scared of heights. Two, you fail because you've now listened to them. Once you get to a point where you can hear your higher creator, that is, you'll also be able to hear the people below you, because previously they were able only to throw things at you. Now that you can hear your creator, you will also hear them as well. Okay, so they'll be saying little things like, "Oh, it's some glass up there. It's a rock. Oh, the rope for the break." And anything that they can to try to get you to stop or look down and be like, "Oh shit." But your higher creator is like, why would I lead you out here? Why would I lead you out here just to break the rope? Why would I do that to you? What's the point of that? I want to strengthen you, and I want the strongest to come to me, right? Now, you may, this is where a lot of people that are on that spiritual journey mess up, because those voices are from every one of those people that are down there in that pit, and they get creative. Okay, oh shit, there goes Snake, and they'll whatever it is. Some of them may be family or friends and things, and they can use things personal that they know about you or know that you fear the most in order to draw your attention down. And your higher creator is steady telling you, no, 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 no. Don't listen to anything else. If you need to, just take a pause. But you never stop completely. Like you can be like, okay, let me just get my balance. Okay. And keep going. Now, every time that you ignore those voices and keep staying focused on your higher creator, that rope again gets thicker. And those things that they're trying to throw at you is not even reaching you no more. And after a second, that those voices, you can't even hear it anymore. Then now you're so tuned in with your higher creator, and you recognize that voice and that feeling so well now. Nothing can distract you. Now you get all the way to the point where you're almost at that other cliff, okay? At the end of your tightrope, your journey of your connection, all right? But I haven't made it there, so I haven't made it all the way across, but I'm at the, me personally, I feel like I'm at that middle part where I am hanging on to my rope and I am asking for help. A lot of people have ignored me, but I have had one genuine person actually take her time to her and her mom take the time to give me a lot of tips, and that's why I ended up on TikTok, and that's why I ended up doing the hashtags under all of my stuff. Like I literally went back and added hashtags underneath all of my pictures on my DDT's page, on my IG page. I had the hashtags and certain that it only costs 0.000 to like and share type thing. Like these, these are the notes that she gave me. She's like, I can help you with this, and if you get to that point, and I'm like, okay, cool. So that re-strengthened my faith, and she helped pull me up some. So now I'm at that point where I am just trying to stay focused, and I am, you know what I mean? Yeah. So when I make it to the end of my tightrope journey, I'll let y'all know how that go. But yeah, that was just my visualization of the connection of your battle with your spirituality or religion. No, spirituality, because I think religion is just set up to separate and segregate people. But yeah, though, if you agree, comment. Let me know what you think. If not, keep your negativity to yourself, because I won't respond.